It's time for the men's semifinal. We have DC Truck Stop taking on Raleigh Ring of Fire. And almost a contested block, but Jurek able to keep the disc alive there for Truck Stop.
A lot of early pressure here. Something that Ring is really known for is their ability to just play really intense, high-intensity person defense.
And there it is. The first goal of the game goes to Andrew Roy. Williams, a nice around. This one a little too floaty. Some contact there. Will a foul be called?
So some contact, but not sure that it would have been playable, and that might be the conversation that these players are having. You know, even within the more physical men's division, it tends to be almost a gentleman's agreement among players of what level of physicality they are comfortable with, kind of depending on the matchup. In that case, I think more of a tangle of cleats, but one to watch maybe going forward.
Now looking, you see Alex Davis checked in for the O-line. Williams with the disc.
And I like this truck stop flat mark against Williams. Williams a dangerous thrower.
Johannes looking to rear up, a big OI flick into space, and able to corral it with two hands. Soljanik there in the end zone.
And something I'm going to be hopeful for, one of the talents and skill sets of Andrew Roy is not just reliability on the reset, but creativity of throws. And as they find him in the inside, a little too crisp.
Ring an opportunity to get a break. Looks like Ben Dameron with the disc. And a really breakout Nationals there for Dark Side. The disc put up immediately into space and deep into the end zone there for the score. Looks like Dylan Hawkins there for Ring. Inside the Jurek. Working up the field, Boxley. Big around there to McDonald. He's got a bag of throws in his arsenal. Nice skinny inside the Jurek. Puts us on the board once again, 3-2.
Really enjoying their execution of spacing here. Clearing effectively. Going on a fortunate throw execution.
And even if there isn't much wind, that subtle wind might pop that disc up a little bit.
Maybe it's the heat coming off the turf. Does that count as wind?
You see Jurek trying to free up. And now a deep look put up into the end zone there for Truck Stop. And able to make it happen there is Frederick Farah.
In the force, in which direction a team is forcing can be the adjustment.
And a deep look there for Davis. In the front of the end zone, has to bring it back out.
But these teams have such an intimate knowledge of each other.
And then a nice little dump pass from Fisher. Johannes there for the score. Now Truck Stop looking to move the disc across midfield into Monroe. And look at the give and goes down the middle of the field. Nice inside the Jurek. And a little bit of a zone point, a little bit of a wall there for Raleigh.
Yeah, so someone we haven't talked about yet is McDonald.
An immediate score. Monroe disc with Williams. Now Soljanik takes a deep look, looking for Anders Junst, and he bobbles it with the left hand.
And moving very smoothly out of their end zone and into the middle of the field.
Now a deep hook put up into space. Looking for Hess. Hess trying to go up with the right. And then absolute poster. Head taps there for Jeremy Hess.
Head taps, celebration is so good about this area and what they've been able, the talent they've been able to foster. Gush Johannes, one of those.
And just a mishandle there of the disc, a little dump pass. Continue to add on to their lead. Cody Wood puts up a shot, floating in the area, just short of the end zone. Truck Stop, an opportunity here to punch it in. And a little push pass, and that is something that might come back to bite Truck Stop. Thought about rearing back for a big backhand. Good job of putting pressure there on the mark.
And this Ring team, so there's playing efficient and there's playing cautious. I almost feel like Ring is playing cautious as they take the big shot to the end zone.
And that one to Soljanik. So far, good movement here from Truck. Now deep look put up into space. Mitchell is there, and what almost was a miraculous catch. He cuts up line. Good defense there by Boxley. And a turnover. I believe McDonald may have gotten a piece of that with the hand block.
Norbaum briefly poached, almost considered the strike up line, but instead goes for the reset.
Now Monroe inside for Boxley, taking his eyes off the disc, wanting to move forward, able to control it.
Good discipline so far from Truck. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Now McDonald, myriad of pump fakes, and then finally a lefty backhand into the end zone for the score. Back to Osgar in the middle. As Ring trying to put up an answer. Davis looking for a dump. Good movement here. Now Yoon shoots one deep to the end zone, and that will be completed, as that's Henry Fisher.
Not too many players on our view screen right now. The Ring.
Nissen unleashes a big flick. It's floating in the area. Will it stay in bounds? What a great job there by Nethercutt to box out and come down with that disc in the back of the end zone.
You know, only needs to be a contact call by the current rules to drop the stall count. But the player's choosing instead to go to a full stoppage.
Amadoraju on the doorstep, surveying. Finally able to find Dameron. Now Dameron, a nice inside to Trevor Lynch. A much needed break there for Ring of Fire.
Truck to make these deeper throws, which they really don't want to make unless it's on their own terms.
Having trouble now is McDonald, finally able to find Norbaum. Now a swing open, but just left short. Malks, like you said, too far down the field. Norbaum couldn't hit him. So a turn there for Truck Stop. Ring of Fire looking to take advantage. Now a shot put up into the end zone deep, and that is picture perfect. Great job and great adjustment there by Bloodworth. We're tied up at 7s. So we're on serve. Next point takes half is across the field, Nissen. Good job by Wodach, freeing up. Knocking on the doorstep here, about a good 10 to 15 yards away.
Getting high stall count.
A hammer into the end zone there for the score is Cranston. 8-7 Truck Stop as they will take us to the half. It's back third on their side of the field.
I think operating out of a horizontal stack, but Truck Stop so far has been very effective in slowing it down.
Now finally this one ripped in open into space, and Williams just short of the end zone, brings it back out. Soljanik catches it and ties us up at 8 apiece. Well, giving you action here with McDonald. Roy wanting the disc, finally gets that swing. Nice inside. Movement really looking crisp now for Truck Stop. Up ahead, this one floating in the area, and I think it worked out even better as Bartlett able to catch it and secure the disc. Just continue to work it down across midfield. Good movement underneath, finally finding Williams. Thought about the up line there for Junst. Now the inside throw, sneaking it in. Gutierrez, there's a score. Ring back in it, tied up at 9 apiece.
Yeah, a little jumbled downfield from Truck.
And Malk sends one deep, looking for Wodach, and he's finally able to read it. Took him 2 turns to find the disc. And then McDonald. McDonald's so crafty here, squeezes it through right to Boxley. Good movement now from Ring. Inside for Junst. 15 yards here from the end zone. Back to Gutierrez, and now the backhand around the Soljanik for the score. Now to Boxley. Great movement here from Truck Stop. You see their stack is set a little bit deeper as well. Up the line now to Malks. Malks fires up another flick. It's floating in the area. Who's going to come down with it? And it's Rowan McDonald. Wanting all the smoke there in the end zone as he shows the camera.
You know, it hasn't been pure offensive flow, but neither have they looked terribly challenged either.
Another deep look put up into space. Jack Williams in the air, a couple of truck stop players as well, and a great help defense on the backside to knock it down. Looks like Troy Holland.
Yeah, Troy Holland with the swipe.
Going up the sky, the disc. There was Alex Fall. Now a deep shot put up into space. A race towards the disc and coming through Anders Junst. Knocks it away. Showing off some great defensive plays down the field.
And a gorgeous break there from Oscar at acceleration to get the disc back.
Now Lanier takes another shot deep into the end zone. Williams racing towards it, and he will secure it. Another hold. Now looking dump again. Malk's trying to shake loose. Big around for Roy, able to corral it in. Using the full width of the field now, truck stop. Making sure this disc doesn't stay static, and it will stay in the end zone there for the score. So continue to use that width of the field, Lanier. Good inside here for Williams. And Williams, I believe, got hand blocked there by Troy Holland. Now on the far sideline, able to dig that one up. Going up the line and just out of the reach, an errant throw. Fisher thought about rearing back. Now a beautiful inside kept alive here by Jack Williams. Still working now, a high release, backhand into space. Fisher now looking to fire, and just a little stutter step there by Faro, not able to get it. Up the line of Roy, carving up yardage. Back outside to Monroe. Now back around for Boxley. On the doorstep into Jurek. Textbook, clean, pristine execution.
A lot of patience here from this Ring of Fire team, having opportunities and instead turning them into big gainers or better positioning on the side.
Lanier with the disc. So trying to capitalize. Another pass into the end zone. Make that 12 straight holds here for both sides. Tunnel hoist threatening with those hammers. Once again working it up the line.
I love that throwing his player open down the line, just gaining huge yards.
And inside to Nissen, that was pretty. And going up, and I think that might have been kicked and still punished and scored. Another hold. Ring of Fire looking to tie this one up.
Oscar there on the end zone. Look to the break side, but instead will use his legs to attack the other way.
Now it's the big around to Oscar. Now looking for Lanier, toe tapping the sideline, punches it in. 14, we're going the Universe Point. Winner moving on to the final. Now Boxley having to come all the way back just to get it under. This one kept up alive, dug up by Monroe.
Yeah, Truck really needs to regain their composure.
Malks over to McDonald. Now McDonald fires a flick into the end zone, up in space, coming down with it. Beef calling game. Moving on to the final is Truck Stop.
And Beef, who came up big in the U.S. Open, coming up big here in Pro Champs. What a way to take out this semifinal. Truck.
Cole Jurek putting that one away. Rowan McDonald putting it on a platter. And what a contested catch